prominent OBC leader and Maharashtra Cabinet Minister Chhagan Bhujbal, along with Union Minister Narayan Rane, expressed dissatisfaction with the state government's decision on Maratha Quota. Bhujbal specifically questioned the backdoor entry of Marathas into the OBC category, while both leaders highlighted concerns about the impact on OBCs and the historical legacy of the Maratha community. Bhujbal criticized retired Justice Sandeep Shinde, head of the committee investigating Kunbi records of Marathas, for alleged excessive salary compared to the Chief Justice of India, deeming it unnecessary expenditure. Rane also disagreed with the decision to extend OBC benefits to Marathas, fearing it would encroach on the rights of other backward communities and lead to unrest in Maharashtra. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde announced that Marathas would receive OBC benefits until they secure their reservation. Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis attempted to reassure OBCs that Marathas would not receive Kunbi caste certificates without proper proof. My colleague Kiran Tare joins us live from Mumbai on more on this. Kiran, a very good morning to you. The OBC leaders, clearly they're quite unhappy, expressing dissatisfaction over government's decision on the Maratha quota, also questioning their backdoor entry into the OBC category. The question is, will Eknath Shinde's move lead to Maratha versus OBC war in Maharashtra?
Good morning, Neha. One thing is very clear that last night there was a meeting of prominent OBC leaders from the state, and they have decided to organize a mega rally on February 3rd in Ahmedabad to counter the government's move to award the OBC status to the Marathas. So it's a very clear cut in the public now that it's going to be a Maratha versus the OBC war, the political war at present now we can say. It's on the cards. And the OBC organizations, the OBC leaders they are vehemently opposed to the proposal that the Marathas could be called as Kumbis, thus they are getting the benefits of the OBC categories. Here the main point is that two prominent leaders, Narayan Rane and Chhagan Bhujbal. Narayan Rane is of course a Maratha, but he is not happy with all the Marathas getting the OBC status. And Chhagan Bhujbal, who is an OBC leader, which we can call him the tallest OBC leader at present, he is clearly saying that sharing a pie in the OBC category, in the OBC quota, will not be allowed. It will have a very big backlash from the parties and the communities. Here, the problem with Eknath Shinde or Devendra Fadnavis or Ajit Pawar is that they are not able to balance the act. In a way, in their attempt to please the Maratha communities, in a way they are trying to establish that the Marathas and the OBCs are the same, but the problem here is that there is a cap of only 50% in the state. The reservation cannot go beyond 50%, and almost 80% of the population will be covered in those 50%, and the rest of the 20% will have the 50% other categories. So there will be a quite unrest among all the communities, not only in Marathas but only in OBCs as well, because there are more than 450 castes and subcastes in OBCs, plus they are adding Marathas into OBCs. That means that a huge chunk of population will be covered only in 50%, and whereas the very less number of people will be covered in 50%. So the open category is open for everybody else, and the Marathas are going to lose the benefits of the economically backward section quota, that is 10%. And in Maharashtra, the situation is very strange that almost 80 to 85% beneficiaries of the ABC quotas are from the Maratha community. So the Marathas are going to lose that rights. Marathas are going to lose the rights of the open category. Plus, they are going to have a social stigma. I'm calling it as a stigma because all the upper caste Marathas are saying that calling themselves as a backward community is not good for the community. So they are calling it as a stigma. So this is not only a political issue, this is about an economical issue, plus a social taboo as well. Maharashtra politics is definitely heading towards a big fight between the Maratha and the OBCs.
Right. Also, I want to know from you, Kiran, how deep will be the impact of the OBC backlash over Maratha quota?
See, there are almost 50 to 55% population in Maharashtra is OBC. Maratha population is 30 to 35%. Though it's not authentic, but we can say that on average 30% population is Maratha. So the OBCs are definitely outnumbered. They are scattered in every single constituency of the state. So when it comes to the political maneuvering, OBCs can be a deciding factor in the state politics. OBCs can be a deciding factor when it comes to the poll outcome. Whereas Marathas are concentrated on several pockets, not everywhere in the state. Interestingly, the Marathas in Vidarbha region, they already fall in the category of Kumbis, so they are not getting any benefit of that. They are already the Kumbis. The Marathas in Western Maharashtra, who call themselves as the pure Maratha, there is the problem. These people, the upper caste Marathas, they are not willing to call themselves as Kumbis because Kumbis means farmers, and these Marathas, they are not farmers. They were the warriors, they were the businessmen, they were the landholders. So they are not in a mood to call themselves as Kumbis. That is a conflict. When it comes to the political pattern and the voting pattern, of course, the Marathwada region and the Vidarbha region, they have a very prominent OBC vote share, and the OBCs decide who is going to be the next MP or the MLA from their respective areas. The BJP had lost the 2019 Lok Sabha, 2019 Vidhan Sabha election in September that year, just because the OBCs did not stand for the party. So if OBCs decide, they can make up any party win or any party defeat, no matter whatever their political lineage is. So far, the OBCs are strongly supporting the BJP, but if the community is getting a message that their quota is being shared with the Maratha community, BJP also will be in problem. BJP will have to face a very hard time to convince their core vote bank that there won't be any other person asking for the share in their quota. So this is a very tricky political situation. Every single party has to bear the hate of this agitation. But OBCs are not in a mood to accept. And my guess is that after 16th of Feb, when the suggestions and objections to this draft notification will be finalized, the battle will intensify.